Next, I would like to welcome to the stage Momma Cox, a disability and body positive advocate. I'm sure we'll be further inspired by her, but also before she comes up, I have a very important thing to share. It's her birthday. So, I know. So can we give her a round of applause to wish her happy birthday as she comes up to the stage?
Hello, everyone. I'm not sure if you know, but it's my birthday today. Thank you. It is such an honor to be here, especially on a day like this. I cannot think of a better way to celebrate my 30th birthday. So the story I'm about to tell you is not a sad story. It is a story of survival, the story of the power of community, but most importantly, the story of uplifting others. I'm Momma Cox. I'm a disability advocate, a cancer survivor, model, and blogger. But 15 years ago, I was but a teenager on the brink of death. At 14, I was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, which is an aggressive form of bone cancer. And shortly after my diagnosis, it was discovered that the cancer was spreading to my lungs. It was estimated that I had about 2 to 3 weeks to live. For 2 years, the hospital became my home as I went through chemotherapy. And after a failed hip replacement to remove the affected bone, I eventually had to have my right leg, along with my pelvic bone, part of my pelvic bone amputated. In addition to this loss, I found myself covered in scars, which led to body image insecurities, depression, and a sense of worthlessness. And so began my blogging journey, using my experience to talk about those insecurities, but also how I cope with them. What happened next, even I couldn't have imagined. I became a model in an industry that is so saturated and obsessed with thin bodies. It's saturated with white models, and it glorifies able-bodied people. I went from landing my first cover of Teen Vogue and appearing in several fashion ads. Using my story to uplift others became a mission, and people from across the globe sending me daily emails fueled this drive. From mothers of disabled children, disabled people who had never seen someone who looked like them in a magazine or any sort of mainstream media, women with body insecurities, and people going through cancer or any sort of life-altering surgeries. Maya Angelou once said, "We are more alike than we are unalike." And don't we all just want to feel good and feel like we matter? Feel like we can be included in all aspects of society? Through this journey, I also gained a community, an amazing community. I became part of the disability community. People with disabilities are the most marginalized group, from having limited rights, facing more income inequalities, and imagine being a woman with a disability, and even less representation. I've experienced firsthand how inclusion in spaces like this has given me a voice, and through my advocacy work and planning workshops for disabled girls, it has not only uplifted them, but made them realize that they too can accomplish anything they set their minds to. My cancer diagnosis also led me to the body positive movement, which is a group of women who have used social media to empower each other and teach women to embrace their bodies and amplify the message that you are beautiful and worthy as you are. Pretty is not the price I pay to exist on this earth. But if I can exist in cute boots and nice earrings, why not? At 30 in this body, just 3 weeks ago, I completed the New York City Marathon. Thank you. by hand cycling 26.2 miles. Therefore, it just dawned on me, isn't it better to teach young girls about strength, perseverance, courage, and confidence? My story is not a sad one, but it's simply a story in the making. I don't like to think of it as inspirational either. But if it must inspire you, let it inspire you to live life authentically, fearlessly, while empowering others to do the same. Thank you.